excited to be here today. I'm Aaron Greenberg. I'm the Group Marketing Manager for Xbox Live. I'm here with Jerry Johnson.
And I'm Jerry Johnson. I'm the Group Program Manager from Xbox Live.
And we're here basically to take you through our first major update to the Xbox 360. As you know, since we launched in November of 2005, we've been basically soliciting feedback from consumers, doing a lot of usability research, really listening to what people are saying in the community. And we're excited now that we've collected a long, long list of major new features and enhancements to the service that we're going to be rolling out in about a week from now. So we want to basically walk you through the highlights of this. We think there's a lot of stuff that gamers will be really excited about, and we want to make sure that you get the inside scoop on all the details so when it goes live, you know exactly what you're getting.
As Aaron said, this is all based on feedback that we've gotten from users. I don't think a single day has gone by that we haven't gone up, at least as the development group at Xbox, gone up, checking forums, passing email threads around that's tracking feedback and other things that we're getting back from the user community, both through blogs and through forums. And it's what's really driving the prioritization of all the things that we're doing in this release. So it's all about the user feedback and users driving a lot of the things that we're doing. When I break it down into the types of features that we're working on that'll be included in this release, they really fall into three different buckets. The first bucket would be all around marketplace features. Second bucket is going to be all around media, media being DVD playback, music playback, and the digital entertainment that's downloaded from Marketplace. The third area, the third bucket of features that we focused on were all around usability. They're all around user enhancements and just bringing some things, or some of the features up to the top that we know users wanted to see and that users were having trouble finding. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into some of the features. The first area I think we should jump into would be the Xbox Live Marketplace.
So if you see here, you can tell that we've changed the menu structure of Marketplace. One of the things that we realized is that when we first launched Xbox 360, we expected come E3 this year that we'd have about 100 items on the Marketplace. Well, in fact, we had over 1,000 items on Marketplace. So the content has really taken off in a much bigger way than we ever anticipated. We expect users to be downloading somewhere between 3 or 4 million downloads by this time, and we just actually hit over 24 million downloads. We did 5 million downloads during E3 week alone. So we realized that with this rapid growth, we really need to also give a major upgrade to Marketplace. So in addition to all the gaming content, we've also built a whole new menu and file structure for people to be able to find all their other gaming and entertainment content as well. So you'll see as we go through here, you've got your games menu, you've got a whole new menu around media and entertainment. We've got places where you can quickly find demos and game videos, themes and gamer pictures, really the top items that you're going to be looking for in Marketplace. And if we go into, say, maybe the media and entertainment menu, you can see a whole bunch of new items here that you've never really seen before. First, things like movie trailers, short films, letting people be able to find that much more easily. In the past, you had all your game content, all your entertainment content lumped in one section. So TV, music, sports, all that type of content. Gaming community videos, so things like Red vs. Blue or Machinima stuff, that will be here. And we also realized that gamers are going to eventually want to be able to download video strategy guides and game tips as well from Marketplace, and we're set up to be able to do that through the file structure. And last but not least would be the optional iPod support, one of our top requested items, so people can actually play back their AAC files in addition to all the other file formats that we support in the media player. And you'll see at the very top here, we really structure this so people can click in and find out what's new, as well as be able to browse the entire library in 2 really simple menus.
Yep. I think if we go ahead and jump right into games, one of the first things you'll notice about the game section is if we jump down into the Xbox Live Arcade. When you used to browse the Xbox Live Arcade games, there was only one way to do it. You came in and you looked at it by genre. Well, one of the first things you'll notice up at this top level is now you can actually browse these games by everything that's new, and also go in and take a look at all the games lined up all at once. This taxonomy, or this way to organize the content where you see everything that's new, you see everything all together underneath that category, and then being able to browse it by genre is just pretty common whenever you go through the entire Marketplace. You'll see all the content organized that way. So, what do you say we go in and actually do a download, Aaron?
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, why don't we go down to some game videos and see what we have. So, drop in here. What do you say we start up the FIFA World Cup video?
I'm a big fan of FIFA myself. I played a little bit online this last weekend. So
we'll go ahead and start that download. confirm it. And one of the things you'll notice as it starts to download is there's a new option down there for continue.
That's awesome.
If I go ahead and hit continue, the download does not stop. It keeps running. So what we've got here is basically background downloading running. So I can start a download, and I can go off and do some other things. Not only can I do some other things, let's go down and see if we can actually, what happens when we try to do another download. Let's go into GRAW, and we'll go ahead and we'll start another trailer from GRAW.
Okay.
Go ahead, confirm the download, and voila, we have, let's go down and view active downloads and see what this actually does. What you can see here is we actually have multiple downloads going, and if I wanted to start another one, I could actually swap them out.
So it stopped the download for World Cup, and then it prioritized the GRAW download ahead of it.
Yeah, what you're seeing here is actually a download manager, and you can queue up to 6 downloads starting all at, or running all at the same time, and manage them the way you want.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how does that work then if I'm downloading content? I understand it downloads one video at a time, and then it lets me queue up to 5 more, which is awesome because, especially with game demos, those things, could take up to like half an hour to download.
Why don't we pop in a game and see what actually happens while the download's running?
Okay.
Why don't we go ahead and pop Fight Night in, which I think is already in the drive. And let's see here. Back all the way out. Yep, we've got Fight Night in. We'll go ahead and play that. And you'll notice I'm going into a single-person game.
Yep.
Those downloads are going to continue to run.
That's very cool. And you can queue up to 6 things to download at a time. It'll download 1 at a time. And then if you're actually playing a single-player game, those will all run in the background, which is great.
Yep. Let's go in here and I'll show you. We've got the game running in the background, and sure enough, we've got the Tomb Raider demo running in the background, and the other one all queued up, ready to go.
That's cool.
But one thing I would like to point out, we are very sensitive to the multiplayer play.
Sure.
And we want to make sure that nothing interferes with the multiplayer experience. So one of the things that will happen in Fight Night, let's go ahead and actually see what happens when you try to launch a multiplayer session in here.
Cool.
Let's go into game modes. Let's go ahead and launch live.
Okay, so we launch live. We have a bunch of downloads going in the background.
Yep, the downloads are running. Fight Night's starting to load the multiplayer, and what we'll notice is it actually paused the download.
Right.
The reason we're pausing that download is we don't want that use of the bandwidth in the back end to actually interfere with the multiplayer play.
Sure. So you won't get lag when it's downloading when you're going to multiplayer play, and then when you finish with that, it'll automatically start where it left off.
Yep, that is the idea.
That's
so
great.
let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and exit out of the game.
Okay.
And we still have those downloads that were queued up, right?
Sure.
Well, as a user, I want to make sure that they kick off as soon as I can. So I'm coming back in. I'm no longer in a multiplayer session.
Right.
And let's wait a second.
So,
oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Started right back up. So the downloads picked right back up once we left that multiplayer session.
And if you go into Marketplace, can't you actually view that directly, your active downloads again from the Marketplace
Yes,
menu?
you can. So if I go into Marketplace, active downloads, let's see if we got through everything.
Not yet.
Nope.
Well, the Tomb Raider demo is huge. I mean, that's the great thing is that you used to have to sit there and wait for the full demo to download, and those would sometimes take you up to half an hour. So you can let that download in the background and get on with gaming, playing arcade games, what have you, navigating through the dash. That's really great.
So I'm going to go ahead and cancel these downloads.
Cool.
But it just goes to show you there's ways to go ahead, better ways to find content,
Yep.
better ways to download the content.
Yep.
And let's go ahead and check out one other thing. And that's how you actually find the content on the box once you've downloaded it.
Okay.
If you remember, there used to be 2 places you used to launch videos in the Xbox dashboard. One of them was on the Games Blade, one of them was on the Media Blade.
Right.
But there wasn't consistency in between what was in what area. One of the things that you'll find now is when you go over to your Media Blade, if you go into video, it's going to show everything, every video that you've downloaded to your Xbox.
Right, so all my music videos, my movie trailers, everything I downloaded will now be on the Media Blade in videos. That used to pretty much just be stuff that was on the hard drive.
Correct, correct. When you go over to the Games Blade now, you actually have games videos. So going forward, when you start to download trailers for games, this is where you'll come to view them.
That makes sense.
So
Cool. Now, one of the things I've noticed is that a lot of people ask about if I want to download a theme or download a trailer, and then they go and they kind of get buried in the menu. Like, maybe we should show people some of the cool things you can do now that if you do download a theme, you can actually apply it right away.
Let's go in. That's a good plan. Let's go in and actually find one of the themes and download it, and let's see how you can apply it easily.
Excellent.
So, what's one you'd like to see?
How about Burnout Revenge?
Sounds good. Now when I come in,
Yep.
go ahead and download Burnout Revenge.
Okay. go into games or leave games, it's always persistent in the background. So you can really get into an album, it doesn't cut it off, you can build that playlist and continue to listen through no matter what you're doing.
Yes, yes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the System Blade.
Okay.
And there's some changes that we've made over here. If you come into console settings,
yep,
you'll quickly see that you can set your theme directly from here.
well, that's great, because it used to be pretty buried in the
very
guide,
buried.
so that's
And
great.
two of the things we did, again, being able to set that theme directly from Marketplace, and also when you have a collection of themes and you want to set them, it's bubbled up to the top so it's easily discoverable, easy to use. One other thing that's been changed on the System Blade is this startup button.
Yeah.
What startup does is it actually allows you to choose where you want your box to boot up to. Basically, what is your home page?
Yeah.
Right now, with the existing Xbox 360, whenever it starts up, if there's a game disc, if there's a DVD, if there's a CD in the drive, that's what it's going to launch first.
Sure.
We're leaving it up to the user now. If they want to set the Xbox dashboard as their home blade when the box boots up, it's a great option. That way the user, when they turn their box on, the live blade will come up. They'll go over to the live blade. They'll be able to see if they have any messages waiting, if they have any friends online.
So you no longer have to turn on your box by opening the tray to get it to go into the
Those
dashboard.
days are gone if you don't want them.
You can leave your game in the way you want it, go into the dash, check your messages, see if your friends are online, launch the game when you're ready. That's really a great feature. You know, something else I think we should make sure people know about is there's a whole new upgrade also to DVD movie playback. And one of the things we realized is that people are going to be wanting to play DVD movies, and then they're going to get a friend request or a game invite, and they're going to want to leave that movie, put in a game, go off and play games, maybe put in an audio CD and come back. And actually, we just threw in a DVD movie. We want to basically show you, we put in the 40-year-old version.
Okay.
And we were watching this earlier, and it's actually going to remember exactly where we were in the movie as part of this new bookmarking feature. We'll just override some parental controls that we've set on there, and it will pick up right where we left off. So you'll see there we are right in the middle of the movie, picks up where we left off. So really realizing...
This is a great feature. So if I'm watching a movie and I get a friend's invite, and I go and I accept that friend's invite, play a game, when I come back, it's going to drop me right where I left off in that movie.
Exactly right. And we realized that, you know, there's multi-functions to the console, that, you know, you're going to be playing music, you're going to be playing games and movies, and we want you to be able to pick up right where you left off on your movie experience. So in addition to that, the movie playback has been enhanced. So people will notice that when they bring up the guide over movies, when they fast forward, when they rewind, the frame-by-frame quality is much better. The overall viewing experience has been enhanced. Unconnected Xbox Live will be able to get this for free. It's a quick download, takes less than a minute. We really just showed you the tip of the iceberg. These are some of the features we think people are really excited about. Stuff like background downloading, being able to find your content in Marketplace a lot easier, better music, better movies. But the fact is, there's a multi-page list of all the features that are part of this upgrade. We're doing 2 major upgrades a year, so we're going to be doing another one in the fall. People will see ongoing game upgrades and one-off updates that we'll be doing. You know, things like when PGR3 added tournament support. You noticed you put in PGR3, it added a quick update to your